right, yo, it's me, BeBall Jones here, and I'm bringing a new segment in where I'm doing just 5 minute little spills for you guys. So today I'm talking about how do you set goals. We've all been taught that we need to set goals and go after them, but we don't fully understand and comprehend how to go after them, how to make it make sense. So I'm pretty sure, or hopefully, you might have heard of this thing called the SMART goal system. So I'm break that down for you guys, make it make sense for you guys. And I want to add a little something else to it at the end too that I think they should add to it. So number one, your goal needs to be specific. So a lot of times we have this goal, I just want to be a better basketball player. But what does that goal actually mean? What's part of that thing? So say specifically, my goal is to become a better shooter. Okay, cool. But let's go one level deeper and say I want to be a better corner shooter. I want to get better from shooting from the corner. I want to get better off the dribble. I want to be a better finisher over bigs. I want to be better defending against small guards. I want to be better defending against longer players. Whatever that makes sense, you have to be more specific about that goal. And let's say my goal is to be a better shooter. You might say I want to be a better shooter. So now my goal is to make 10,000 shots. Yeah, that's my goal, to make 10,000 shots, right? So the next part of that goal is to make it measurable. So when you're measuring your goal, you need to make sure that you have some evidence to what you're doing. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're making progress. So if my goal is to become a better shooter, right? And I say I'm taking 10,000 shots in the summer, I have to write down and be able to measure what I'm doing. So each month I'm taking uh 2,000 shots. So each week I'm taking whatever many shots or whatever. So that's how you measure out what your goal is. Next is to make it achievable or make it attainable. So now you're looking at your shot and you're saying, is this a very attainable thing for me? So it doesn't make sense if I've never shot 200 shots in a week, or 200 shots in the workout to jump to 500 shots in the workout, because now that's not really achievable. It doesn't make sense. So make sure that's something that's really achievable for you, and it's something that you can actually attain. I'm a fan of stretch goals. I'm a fan of going after bigger goals, kind of stretch yourself. But it doesn't make sense to go after something that's so far out of reach that you just can't even do it. So make sure that your goal is attainable. Next, you have to make sure that your goal is relevant to what makes sense for you. So it wouldn't make sense for, a 6'1" or 6 foot point guard to say, I'm going to work on my post game. Like, does that really make sense to add to your game? Like, how's to help you become a better shooter? Now, if that you got other parts of your game and you can just add that next thing, that's the next step or next evolution of your game, then yeah, go ahead and go after that and add to your game. But if you go to become a better shooter, adding to your post game is not a relevant goal. That doesn't add to your goal. So make sure that your goal that you're going after is relevant to help you progress, and make sure that it makes the most sense. You're getting the most bang for your buck. Next is to make sure that you have a time measurement tied to your goal. So you have some type of time tied to it. So going back to shooting, you say my goal is to make 10,000 shots by the end of the summer. Let's say it's 3 months, and my goal is to now each month I'm making X amount of shots. Each week I'm making X amount of shots. So then by this cutoff date, by August whatever or July whatever, I've made X amount of shots. So now you have a very smart, specific, achievable, or attainable goal. You have a very relevant goal, and you have a time measured goal. So now everything encapsulates and you're making your goals. So whatever your goal is, put it inside those 5 things, and I'm pretty sure it'll come out a better system with a better outcome with that. But I want to add 3 more things to how to achieve your goals that I don't feel like they talk about enough. So number one, you need to make priorities for your goals. So make sure you prioritize what makes the most sense for you. So it doesn't make sense to say, if your priorities are in order, you wouldn't be going to football games when you need to be going to the gym, getting your shots up. You wouldn't be going out with your friends every weekend, or you'll be playing video games or whatever if you have priorities in order, which is getting your shots up. Number two, you need to be able to evaluate and look at your goals. And number three, you need to adjust. Those two kind of go together. So you need to evaluate your goals and check where you're going and make sure you're on track. And then make sure that you're adjusting to make sure that you're on track. So if I'm trying to go from Alabama to California, and at some point look up and I'm in New York, I need to evaluate and readjust to what's going on. So uh, those are 3 extra little things that I'll add into how to achieve your goals and go after it. So hope this helped you out. Make sure you subscribe and follow to the podcast. Got a lot more of this coming up to you. Uh, Stay tuned. My 5 minutes. I'm out.